So, welcome back to the YouTube. As you can see, we are already in the car today on the way to the gym, just as Isabella's got online exams in the house, and I don't want to be too noisy and disturb her while she's concentrating, because I know the last thing I would like while concentrating is to have my concentration disrupted by me yapping to a camera when no one's even talking back. So, I have begun recording today in the car just because it's a bit easier for today's circumstances. We are on the way to Lower to the gym at Factory. We have got a quad focus leg day on our hands, which you guys have seen the glute focus leg day, which was a pretty good one. But this quad focus feels a lot more personal to me, as it's going to directly affect my front shots with my quads a lot more. So that's something that's a bit more personal for me. If some of you may know of my past injuries, I shattered my patella and tore every ligament and tendon connected to it. So legs has always been difficult sessions for me in general, but the imbalance in musculature across my upper and lower body is quite substantial, and then between each leg has always been a decent gap too. So it's just it's like that one thing of extra motivation. We need to bring the balance up to be competitive, to have a bit more symmetry in my physique, and also because it's training that's fucking hard. Like, when training's hard, that's when I feel the most drive for it, as I'm sure a lot of you will too. But I'm not going to yap on too much. We have just finished my pre, 20 grams of pumpage by Train by JP. We have got sour cherry now, I believe. I think I've run out of peach rings. I think it's sour cherry. It's some sort of cherry flavour. And it was fucking amazing, to be honest. It was my first time trying it, as I ran out day before yesterday of peach rings. So that's real good. And then we've obviously got Intra already made for the gym, which is the same. We have had some changes to food, but Intras remain the same, just as I don't particularly need it right now. Energy surrounding the gym is super high, and it just carries over towards training. So yeah, we've got Intra at 30 grams of cyclic dextrin carbs, if any of you are unaware, and then 10 grams of VAAs trained by JP again, and then 10 grams of creatine, which are Perform. In all honesty, I've just gone for a fairly cheap panel across my supplementation, as at the end of the day, it is supplementation. You don't need excessive, like the top of the top range quality products, as long as they're solid quality, which all of the ones that I use are. I wouldn't use them if they were bad quality. Is going to help. And a big focus lately, if you follow on the Instagram, if you don't, what are you doing? Go and follow the Instagram. But if you follow the Instagram, you'll know that a big focus of mine lately has been on micronutrient and electrolyte intake, which has honestly made a massive difference towards my training. I was always quite below my ranges that I needed for calcium, and also my ratios for potassium and just values in general were lower than they needed to be, which we have since upped, and energy and hydration is soaring as a result, as well as having over 7 litres of water a day. So yeah, that's amazing. But enough yap. There's not much more for me to cover by here, so I'll just see you guys in the gym. So today's session is pretty much set up very similar to the glute focus lower, which is today anyway. Abs, 3 sets. Then we've got calf raises, 2 sets, which I'd like to do on the Atlantis hack squat, because I'm not a fan of the seated calf raise here, and there is no standard alternative. Then we have got leg extension, 2 sets. Yeah, 2 sets. Hamstring curl seated, 3 sets. Then 1 set of pendulum, Atlantis. Then we got 2 sets of adductor. Then we have got 2 sets of leg press. So it's a fairly quad dominant focused session, but I'm all for it. Love it. Each and every one of the exercises we got, I could probably do with a bit of hamstring curl and leg extension. Hopefully the prime ones do arrive fairly soon, because we'll do them for a while. But yeah, enough yet. I'll just get into the working sets. So something that I think a lot of people will think, oh, they're important, is your ability to focus. And take that with a pinch of salt, because everyone thinks, oh yeah, I want to focus, I want to focus, I want to be focused. But when you're approaching your top sets, that's when you really need to focus. And a lot of you do tend to like talk, say, in the build up to your big top sets. Like if you're training with one of your mates or see someone you know in the gym, like you're having a little catch up, a little chat, that's gonna take away from your top set. Like if you want to get the results out, you have to put the effort in. And if you're busy talking in the lead up, you're not mentally prepared for that top set, because you're still elsewhere, you're distracted. And it goes for a numerous amount of things. It could be your setup. It could be if you need to go to the toilet in between your sets, don't go in between your sets. Go in between exercises. That way you are prioritizing your movements first, and you're gonna get the most out of them, because you're not thinking about, oh, I need to go to the toilet, because you've already done it. Do it either during your first warm-ups or before you go on to it. So in between exercises, and then just chatting. That seems to be like the biggest thing. Or adjustment of your machines, like say adjusting this back pad, for example, or the foot thing. You get into that, say, second warm-up set or the feeder set of your exercise, you need to know that you've got everything to give for that set by that point. You don't need to be like, oh right, this doesn't feel right. If it doesn't, yeah, you need to adjust it. But the point of what I'm saying is that you need to have everything nailed down by the time you're getting up for them top sets, your feeder sets especially, because you should be treating your feeder sets as if they're a top set, because they are just as important. Those feeder sets are the ones that are getting you prepared for your top sets. Come on, man. Easy. Fucking come on. That's it. Easy. Come on, man. Everything. That's it. Yes, here we go. Come on, fuck you. Come on. Come on. Good. So we are done with legs, quad focus. Really, really good session in all honesty. The only thing we were down on was a single rep on pendulum squat where he is at a relatively low rep range, so it may end up getting reset, not next rotation, 100% not, but reset to 72.5 if I can pull it up to 7 with a good quality set fairly soon. But the quality of the set is improving. Last week it was the last 2 weeks roughly, maybe 3, it hasn't been very continuous. It's been like reps, slight pause at the top, reps, slight pause at the top. So it was a lot more continuous than previous. Oh, that's a nice car. A lot more continuous than previously, which was what I've had on my notes to improve on the last 2 rotations, so that's good. However, there is still room for improvement. I was not as composed as I could be. I was not controlling the weight in both changes of range of motion, so going from concentric to eccentric at the top and at the bottom. So that's something that I've got to improve for next time, and I'll take that. That's honestly fairly good. Leg press, really, really good set. I got too up for it. Too much mental arousal, emotional arousal, depends how you want to label it, but too much of that, and the setup faltered slightly on the top set, which I mean isn't awful. It's just being a bit more relaxed going for it, but it was a really good set regardless, so I'm really happy we moved better than last rotation. And then the back off, I noticed that from watching the clip back, and then the back off was near a perfect set, +1, and every other set throughout the session was improved quite significantly. So I am really, really happy with today's session. It is definitely a step in the right direction in terms of building some muscle. What have we got left this week? We have got upper A tomorrow, which you guys have seen already. And then we've got rest day Thursday, because today is Tuesday. Then rest day Thursday. Then Friday, Saturday, we've got lower B, upper B at the physique club, because I'm heading up for the natural physique coaching meetup, which hopefully I'll be able to see a lot of the boys. I haven't seen them in a long time. I believe I missed the last meetup for some sort of reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But yeah, it'd be really good to see everyone. I believe there was one in July, August time, and the last one I went to was back in April. So there's been a lot of changes, and I expect everyone else has grown quite a good chunk since then. I believe it's 8 months. 9 months, yeah. So everyone should have grown a good chunk by then. It'd be good to see all the coaches. Gonna have a chat with Matt as we are starting up posing coaching with him following this week, which is really exciting news. I want to get, as much as I do focus on posing myself, is definitely something that I could improve a lot on, and that is something I would rather do sooner rather than later for prep. I don't want to be the person that's rushing to get their posing sorted or their posing routine sorted last minute. I want to be able to nail my poses months out and have my posing endurance nailed months out, so that when it does come to show day, I'm not the person that is gassed, sweating like crazy, tan dripping all over them. I want to be able to present my physique the best that I can to my best ability. Oh, fall close to my car. But yeah, it's been a really good session. Life is good at the minute. Everything is progressing in the right direction, and anything that isn't is getting addressed and improving on. So yeah, really, really happy with the way things are heading. Food is currently at 550 carb training, 475 rest. So either let me know what you guys think. But there'll either be a full day of eating 500 plus carb day just for clickbait, or would you prefer to wait until we're 600 plus, because that won't be too far around the corner either, likely another 2-3 weeks. So yeah, let me know what you think of that one, and we'll get that sorted for you guys. I'm also going to put out a Q&A pretty shortly, because I'm getting a lot of questions both in person and online on Instagram, both through DMs and from stories, that sort of thing. So I've got a lot to cover on that front, about both myself, my opinions, training, yeah, like a whole variety of topics. So I'll leave that one for another day. But I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day and get plenty of nice food to fuel your recovery. Have some good fucking sessions and build a shit ton of muscle. That'll be it from me. I'll see you guys later.